Hey everyone, this is Jack speaking. Today I'll be sharing my point of view of whether cryptocurrencies are a scam or not, and somewhere in this video, two of you who have subscribed to my channel are going to get £100 each. Be careful because I might scam you and give you nothing, because apparently even one of the greatest recent inventions, like cryptocurrencies, could be called scam from people who barely even understand it. So I was on Facebook and I was reading somebody's post about cryptocurrencies. I don't remember what exactly was the post about, but when I went to the comment section, I saw the comments of some guy claiming that Bitcoin was scam. Yes, scam written with capital letters, like this big. Needless to say, for low intellectual capacity individuals like this guy, all 8,000 plus cryptocurrencies existing today fall under one roof called Bitcoin. The guy said that scammers stole his Bitcoin and that he can't be bothered with it anymore. Whether that Bitcoin was Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple, or any other of the 8,000 cryptocurrencies, I cannot know because for him it's all Bitcoin. Wait a second. Just because you was naive enough and have yourself fooled and have your Bitcoin stolen, that makes it an immediate scam? Really? 2 months ago, my bicycle was stolen. Was that bicycle a scam? Recently I met somebody whose car got stolen, just like my bicycle, right in front of their house. Was their car a scam? Okay, think about this for a second. Someone like Elon Musk, whom many of you would even call genius, who recently became the richest person on the planet, is seriously involved in cryptocurrencies. What does this tell you? It should tell you one thing. Cryptocurrencies happens to be one of the greatest recent inventions, and every single day more and more people realize that. I understand for many people change is not easy, but it happens whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not. If we don't, we stay behind everyone else and we start asking ourselves why is our pockets empty while others are succeeding. Do you know what kind of businesses are the most successful ones? The type of businesses that adapts to the changes and innovations as fast as possible. Same applies for us as individuals because we are the ones who keeps us busy. The faster we adapt to the changes and innovations, the better we are over time financially. Where did you go, mate? Ah, there you are. You get £100. Think about this. After the internet got invented and we all started using it for a variety of reasons, who do you believe got ahead the most? The people who started using it straight away and put their business on the internet, or the people who started using it 30 years later only because everybody else started using it? Of course it is the people who adapted straight away and made the most of it, while the majority of people couldn't even wrap their heads around what internet is, or how it could help them grow their business, or expand their knowledge, or whatever else useful thing there is on internet. I'm not saying a cryptocurrency bubble isn't possible, just like the dot-com bubble, but this doesn't make any of the two a scam. People just invested a ton of money in websites that didn't really have this much potential, and eventually the bubble crashed. Many lost a lot, including a regular client of mine, but internet did not disappear or got qualified as scam, did it? In matter of fact, if I ask you what is the most important thing in your life which you can't stay without for a long time, 99% of you is going to say it's internet. Not food, not even electricity, although internet depends on it. Our lives has become so tightly connected to the internet that it's practically impossible to imagine living without it. Our work, our education, our contact with people who live far, far away from us, everything goes through internet. An internet is just one case of an innovation, but some people would just never adapt to particular changes and actually start using them. I'm not saying that this is usually old people, because being old is not an excuse to stop learning and stop adapting to these changes. My grandmother, for example, did not touch a computer to the rest of her life, while, let's say, Bill Gates, who is 65 years old, would not have such an empire if he was as unwilling to learn and adapt as she was. Or Warren Buffett, who is 90 years old, or many other examples of people who embrace the changes and innovations no matter their age. Even Buffett himself suffered a difficult 1999 when the dot-com bubble crashed, but this doesn't change the fact that up until today he is one of the greatest investors on the planet. Maybe this is why he's so afraid of another bubble in cryptocurrencies, which is why he stays away from them, but this doesn't matter. Age is just a number and it doesn't tell you to stop learning and stop adapting. You decide to do it. Sorry, mate. Mate? Sorry, mate. I'm sorry to bother you, but you'll get £100, okay? There you go. Take care. Please pause the video and hit the like button as it helps me tremendously to build this channel. Also, if you don't have a portfolio and you want to start building such, or you do have a portfolio but you're not happy with your current broker, have a look down in the description. The exchanges you see there are trustworthy and they charge fair fees. Depending on which one of them you decide to go with, they might even give you a welcome bonus. Or you can go with all of them, as I always advise traders and investors to use at least a few exchanges for an extra layer of safety. Now, before I continue any further, try and remember the last sentence. I advise that in almost every single one of my videos. I will explain shortly why remembering this sentence matters. After a short conversation with a guy on Facebook who was calling Bitcoin scam, I managed to establish what exactly has happened to him. Well, it wasn't as much of a conversation as me furiously attacking the guy calling Bitcoin scam, but anyway. So what happened to him was this: how true or not, I cannot know. He invested about $10,000 in a cryptocurrency exchange. Who knows if he invested in Bitcoin itself, or Litecoin, Binance Coin, Ethereum, Ripple, or any of the other 8,000 plus cryptocurrencies, because he was slapping it all under the roof of Bitcoin. So eventually, this cryptocurrency exchange stopped paying people's money out, and he got burned with the amount mentioned. Here comes the sentence which I asked you to remember. Use at least a few exchanges for an extra layer of safety. If this not very bright individual did not put all his eggs in one basket, meaning all his money in one cryptocurrency exchange, he would not have lost everything, would he? You're taking a similar risk if, let's say, you're a millionaire and you put all of your money in one bank. This one bank can get bankrupted, and at least here in the UK, you'll get an equivalent of up to 85,000 British pounds on the money you held in the account, no matter if there was millions in it, because this is the amount which is being protected. Ow! Okay, you get £100. Cryptocurrencies are a massive change for the financial infrastructure, and if there is people who still don't realize and understand that, just because they are way less adaptive than others, it's about time for them to do so. At this point, it is absolutely unacceptable to call scam one of the greatest inventions in history, revolutionizing the entire financial system. I can give you a small example with overseas transfers. Years ago, I was so used to trading with one overseas company that one day I decided to transfer something like 3,500 British pounds or whatever to their overseas bank account. The charge on behalf of the bank was so solid that I'm not sure how did I not choke on that pill to swallow. They charged me about 5% of the total value of that transfer, and it felt like a robbery. 5% on this amount is 175 British pounds. Can you guess what it would cost me to transfer 3.5k to an overseas user or an institution in, let's say, Ethereum with Coinbase? 1 British pound and 55 pence. Now compare that to the 175 pounds which the bank would have charged for that same amount of money to be transferred, and then you wonder why the banks are lying to you about cryptocurrencies and they do the impossible to try and stop them from existence, but reality is they cannot. And this is just one of the many advantages which cryptocurrencies have. Please, banker boy, don't send your mafia friends to kill me for saying the truth. I'm so afraid of death. or do it and see my other side. The mistakes are yours to make. As Albert Einstein says, the world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. Thank you all for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to have a chance to catch a giveaway yourself, and I'll see you next time. The faster we adapt to the changes Of course, it is the people who adapt it straight away and find a way to make the most of it, while the majority of people couldn't even wrap their head around what internet is, or how they can use it to put their business on it, or expand their knowledge, or whatever else useful. Internet is not useless. I'm not saying that this is usually. Please pause the video and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Luck, like lucky, maybe. This one bank can get bankrupted. This one bank can get bankrupted, and at least here in the UK, you can get up to £85,000 British pounds. British pounds. Oh, money, yo.